So we begin in Italy today, which now has the highest number of confirmed infections of COVID-19 outside of China, where the outbreak began. There's been a sharp rise in the number of deaths in Italy, up by 133 in a day to a total of 366. Most of the victims are in the wealthy Lombardy area. The news comes as sweeping quarantine measures are enforced to try to bring the outbreak under control. The number of infections worldwide is now more than 107,000, with about 3,600 deaths. Rich Preston has this update.
The situation in Italy is extreme. This patient, contaminated with the virus, sealed inside an isolation unit. Authorities doing whatever they can to contain a virus that so far has defied all other attempts to stop its spread. The Italian government's response has been firm, locking down a quarter of the population. Areas like Milan's cathedral would normally be full of people, both locals and tourists, enjoying the early spring weather. But they're empty. Schools, universities, cinemas, libraries, all closed until April. Prison visits have also been restricted, prompting anger amongst Italy's prison population and riots in several prisons. Local media reported that 3 prisoners died and prison guards were taken hostage. France has the second highest number of cases in Europe and is tightening its controls in response. A few weeks ago it said indoor gatherings of more than 5,000 people would be banned. Now, that number is drastically reduced to just 1,000. France has seen more than 1,200 confirmed cases. Germany has reported another rise in the number of confirmed infections to more than 900. Albania and Bulgaria have reported their first cases. The British government has launched a virus disinformation task force to tackle what it calls the spreading of false information and to stop people being deceived and misled. Supermarkets are limiting what people can buy in an attempt to tackle panic buying, which has seen shelves stripped bare. But in amongst the negativity, a glimmer of hope. South Korean officials say the outbreak shows signs of slowing in their worst-hit city. For the 3rd day in a row, the number of new cases is getting smaller. And in China, where the virus started, the lowest number of new infections in a single day since January. And a phased reopening of Disneyland Shanghai. Limited activities, limited hours and a limited number of guests, but an opening nonetheless. Around the world, more than 100,000 people are infected with COVID-19 and more than 3,500 people have lost their lives. Numbers are expected to continue to rise and governments will be forced to continue to take extreme measures. Rich Preston, BBC News.